Welcome back, everybody. So I'm just finishing up, or working on, I guess I'm not finishing up because I've still got a little ways to go, but I'm working on the ceiling. So this is the ceiling. Initially I think I wanted to put a design in it, but I'm wondering if just having just a plain flat white roof or ceiling will be more impactful. Boy, this could take forever if I can't actually put down a block. Yeah, the roller, wonder if I do this. The roller on my mouse seems a little sensitive. I barely touch it and it kind of moves, so I'm going to switch it over. I have an option to do smooth, which I like the smooth. I'm not a big fan of the I guess, rough. It's not really rough. It's click notched or indexed. Maybe index would be a better response. So normally I usually run it on smooth, so you just move the wheel and the mouse wheel moves freely. But there is a little clicker button on here where I have to, it has like a little tick, 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 tick. As I move each one, you can feel it slipping into a notch or kind of like a gear on there. So I don't know what that's called, but I think that may help me. Yeah, because when I bump against it, it doesn't move as freely. Because like here, I'm barely touching it, or just as I'm moving my finger, I bump it against it like that, and it's moving. So maybe, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with, yeah, the indexed or whatever that's called. I don't know what that's called. Have to go with the number 2 setting. Number 1 setting is for smooth free movement. How's that? The number 2 setting it doesn't actually make a click, but you can feel it physically clicking on something or stopping. But that is a bunch of stuff you don't really care about, don't need to know. But I think that is why I keep accidentally picking the wrong tool or picking the wrong block. And I think when I first got the mouse, it wasn't as loose. It's kind of loosened up over the years, because I've had this mouse for a few years now, ever since my other one died. My other one was it was a Logitech, a GT504 or whatever. I had the keyboard and I had the mouse, and they lasted for, seemed like decades. And then Logitech stopped making them. I guess they made a new and improved version, but I tried it out and I don't like it at all. I like the original one I had, but you can't get them anymore. They don't sell them. I guess you can buy them aftermarket, but that's like used, or even if they're new, they just cost a lot of money because people know they can scam you. It's supply and demand, and there's a demand for them and there is no supply, although I don't know how much demand for the price they're charging for it. So I had to end up getting a different Logic. Oh, that's a G-Force. I've got a G-Force looking at. It's got a big G on there, so it must be Razer. No, it's a Logitech G. It's a Logitech G, so I don't know what brand. It just has a G on it. It doesn't have a number. Any computer experts would know. Anyhow, it actually works really well. It's got a nice weight to it and it moves nicely. But when I started, the scroll wheel was really firm, so it didn't accidentally move. When I touched it or bumped it. Now when I bump it, it just moves to the next, it scrolls over to the next item. So I'm gonna have to switch over to the notched. So I've rambled on. Boy, I've rambled on quite a bit. That's a 5-minute lecture on what kind of mouse scroll wheel I'm using, which none of you, doesn't really matter. So I apologize for the waste of time, but you can get some of the roof down there. So this is the ceiling, roof. I use those interchangeably sometimes. Let's just say I've had a lot of coffee today, so if I seem a little distracted, jittery, or jumping all over the place, that's because I'm high on caffeine. So anyhow, we gonna put in the floor, and I'm foregoing the pattern in the floor just for plain white. I wasn't gonna put concrete like that, so it's not gonna be solid white. It's gonna have the little black specks in it like diorite does, but it's gonna be, we're giving them a white room here, so kind of a sharp contrast to some of the darker rooms we've been making down there. I think that worked out. That seems to work okay. I do need to figure out what to do. I think here, where's that other one go to? It goes way up there. Oops. Way up there. If I can hit the right key, which I think is here. Maybe there. And then if I take this out and put in diorite. Oh, I can't. I don't care about that. Like that. Yeah, so it's kind of a bit of an inset there. And then we will do the same, like the corner here. And then I guess, yeah. Can I do this? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Well, that actually may work out. I think I will do that. I'll actually use that. Oh, come on. There. Like so. And then here. Oh, I'm out of it. Okay. But on there, I think on this corner, we'll do something like that. There you go. Just double checking to make sure I don't end up with mobs spawning behind me. This is another slime area. I've got more slime areas. I guess I could have, no, that's fine. That's fine. I was thinking, I mean, I guess I could have done snow or something, or push that wall all the way over, but then it would line up. I guess I could push it all the way out to here, and then I guess one train track would come here and go straight that way, and one train track would come here and go that way. No, I think I'll leave it. I'm going to leave it the way it is. Let's not be changing trains mid-journey. Although I guess you do change trains mid-journey because you gotta catch your connection. Because rarely do your trains go straight to where you're going. Well, I guess a lot of trains go straight to where you're going. There is a tendency to have to change trains mid-journey. Because you're going northwest and then east-south, or east-west and then north-south. That makes sense. Like around here, the trains go up and down, which is north-south, or they go east and west. So if I need to go like west, southwest, or southeast, I would have to go east, and then I'd have to catch another train and go west or east or south, or whichever direction. I'd have to go. It doesn't go in a diagonal, so you kind of gotta go in a square. Unless you got a special train that goes in diagonal, I guess they could. But what do I know? What do I know? I don't actually control the trains. I actually don't know who controls the trains. I guess the train people would control the trains. Whoever those are. I guess there's a train commission, or whoever owns the trains owns the train tracks. I guess they don't. I guess the government must own the train tracks, right? I mean, who else? I mean, I guess maybe like, what's it, like Union Pacific owns the train tracks and they rent them out to people? Does that happen? Is that something you do? Because you got like Amtrak, which runs the passenger trains, but they've got to watch out for the cargo trains, which I think have precedence. The cargo trains are like Union Pacific, Burlington, Southern Pacific, that kind of stuff. But I don't know who actually builds or owns the tracks. I imagine the government didn't? Or maybe Union Pacific owns the tracks or somebody, like where the railroad companies owns the tracks and someone else can use the tracks. Of course, none of that has anything to do with what I'm doing right now, because none of those tracks, that doesn't make a bit of a difference, because I don't know that applies to this. So I don't know how I got off on that tangent. Like I said, I've had a bit of caffeine today, so I'm a bit all over the place. Let's get rid of these guys. So now we have our floor, most of our ceiling. There's some polish, so let's take this and there's the ceiling. So then the tracks are going to go through here, and I think, what did I use? I used like nether brick for the track base. I'm going to have to check. I can't remember what I used for the track base. But the rail says I've got a rail that goes to, there's a area over there and a rail that goes over there. So that'll help us get around. And then once I get that in, I guess we're done with this area. I don't have a exit tunnel. I guess the tunnel dead ends over here into this room. Kind of interesting. But there's really no way around it from the... I forgot the plan for having a tunnel go this way and then over there. And I was looking at that room over there and I couldn't see an easy way. I mean, it's not that hard, but I couldn't see a way to put in another opening that looked the way I want it to look. If that makes sense. I mean, I could squeeze one in and get it to work, but it would kind of imbalance. It just wouldn't look the way I want it to. So I'm going to leave this a dead end. So if you want to get out of here, you're going to have to take the train. Got no choice. But at least there is a way out, because you can hop on the rail and ride your way out of here. So I think that is a good enough compromise for me. Let's see this. Should probably go get some more concrete so I can finish these walls, because I think this is not going to be here. Let's see. Oh, I got snow. Snow's fine. Yeah, so the snow blocks, they're gonna do, I guess they'll do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. Yeah, so then we'd clean this out here, and this is where the diorite would go. And then what do I do? I've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I got one here and one here. Yeah, and then this would be back here. How's that look? Yeah, so this is all diorite here, like that. There. And then, yeah, then we just put the lighting here. Let's see how this, I guess we'll start at this end here. Just so I can balance it out. Do I have a wall? Oh, that's all wall. That's not solid diorite. Why am I doing solid diorite? That's all wall. I think this is solid, but this is all going to be wall right here. Okay, that actually makes more sense. Yeah, that looks a lot better if I just put a wall in here. Oh, and then yeah, I need to dig out all this so I can fit in like that, fit in all that. And then we have this here, so this is going to be, yeah, so we'll have to clean out these here like that. Then we could put our diorite there, and then we would have wall. Oops, this is going to be diorite and diorite. Like that. There. This would be cleaned out here with stairs there. And then I put stairs here like that. Like that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's looking good. And then I guess here we can do that. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, and it kind of sticks with the look we have over there. A lot of lighting, but a lot of lighting is good. So I guess I just need to continue, get some more of this concrete, and then continue putting walls all the way around, and then finish the ceiling. And then we can work on the rails. Now we have all the walls done. I can work on the rails here. So I guess we're gonna, this is where they're gonna end up. I think maybe let's put the light. If I do that, we'll because I'm gonna have to have a powered rail here, and then, oh dang it, they don't go around corners, do they? How come they haven't fixed that yet? Let's see. Oops. Oh. Dang it. How come that doesn't charge that one? I would think it would charge both of them, but can I? There we go. Okay, that works. And then this button, oh, I don't want a lever there, I want a button. Should be a button. Okay, that'll charge that, so I can park the minecart there and launch it. So this is gonna go no. Let's do this. Like that. I didn't realize this doorway was so tiny. Let's do this. I see you creeping up on me. It looks awful dark over here. I wonder, Awinda, if I have spawnable area. Oh, just enough. Cool. Yes, I guess this would go here. And then we would do... Oh, let's not do that. Actually, I think I was going to use... I'm going to put those temporarily, but I think I can use them permanently. Because it's going to cover this up anyhow. Maybe I will do this. Get this. Like that. Yeah, so this is going to go, but actually these two should be charged. That, and where are my blocks? There we go. And the powered. Then the powered rail should carry me on up. I'm gonna do just a couple more because I think I have enough gold to get me by. We'll have that rail, so that actually doesn't look too bad. And then through here, I should be able to do this. Like that. And then here. That. Oh. There. And, oh, do I not have... Should have some diorite slabs, but okay, that should take care of that tunnel. Let me grab a couple more. Yeah, so a couple more of these. I can get rid of this. And then we have to do the same thing over on this side. So we're going to push this tunnel back all the way down there. And then this tunnel, we will do this. Okay. No, that's not right. Where's that calcite? There's calcite. There you go. That is what I want to do. And then maybe down here like this. Put a lever here. And fill this in. Be good here, one there. Oh. Like that. And that'll be the launcher, and then that will take us through this way. And then we'll do the same thing we did over on this side, which is put our kind of the standard little gate or opening that I've been using on all the other ones. So like that. And then under here, where is it polished? Polished. Like that. So we have our two rail systems. This rail takes us almost all the way back to the top. And this one takes us all the way back over to where we were when we started this. By the last, not this pit, but the pit before. I think all I need to do is finish up these rail systems and we should be done for the day. Already now got that filled in, or the tunnels built for all those. So this one here should hit us back up here to where the latest spawn tower, or latest spawner. How's that? This one's a little longer. I had to kind of weave in and out because I had crossing tunnels and other things I had to avoid, so luckily the rail gets you there pretty quick. So well, that's not too bad. Is that too dark over there? No, I already checked that, didn't I? So that's not bad. And then this one here I finished, and this goes back up almost to the top. This is a much shorter one. I didn't realize how close these were. If I had, I think I would have made a walking tunnel through here. But this goes all the way back up to the top, and that goes down towards the slime farm. But I think I would have made a walking tunnel, and I guess the only spot I could do it in would be like here. But I really don't want to tear up any of these walls. I like the way they look, so I'm going to leave them the way they are. I kind of made the exception for these two tunnels, and I think that rail goes down to the slime farm, I believe. Yeah, so if I had known, I would have kind of designed this a little bit differently. Maybe move this back to here, and then since that'd be back like 5, yeah, so if I move that back 4, it would be over here, and then I would have a walkway and I could put another tunnel right there. However, I do not want to tear up all of this and move it back. It's too much work for me right now. So I'm going to have to live with it not having the walking tunnel. So the only tunnel we have is this one here, which goes over this way. And that's a little slow there, but I guess I can add some rails later. And this is a really quick jaunt over here, so not too bad. Well, that almost finishes up this area here. I got the white white look I was going for, kind of pale. The ceiling is a little dark in places. I mean, the only other thing I could have done is put cement, but I do have a couple more things to do. I need to build this walkway, this little access tunnel. I need to build that here so I can get rid of this, you know, junky little stair, but we need to be able to reach this stair here. And I've still got a huge amount of supplies up there I need to move. And then I need to dig this down, basically all the way to bedrock, and then coat the walls with stuff. I need to actually build the pit all the way down. Then we can take those away and see what happens. And I guess there is no way to get away from the slimes, so we're just going to have to live with those. Like I said, I have not seen so many slime chunks in one little area. This whole region down here is covered in slime chunks. If I'd known that, I would have been a little more slimy in my design, if that makes sense. Kind of everything, but since I've done it the way I've done it, we're going to have to live with it. But anyhow, I want to thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and I'll be back in the next episode. Bye bye.